And we're live. What day is it?
Wednesday. April
Wednesday.
28th.
April 28th. Okay. Well, I mean, we're brilliant and we're stupid because, I don't know, I saw the sun come up today because we're busy.
We're busy.
We're busy building an empire. You have no idea, people. You have no idea. But I'm going to throw the dudes.
Raging.
And we're back. Yeah. That hurts doing overnights.
Yeah.
It does.
That's the first time.
Yeah.
Won't be the last.
Yeah. And then, of course, I go check the mail, and I wrote this on my Facebook post. It's just like I guess because of the area I live in, maybe the demographic and stuff like that, I'm getting flyers for like hearing aids, Centrum Adult. Look at these granny slippers. I'm like,
did you know you want them slippers?
Shut up. Maybe I do. Polydent. I mean, I'm like, okay.
Depends.
And then something for my cat, which I don't have. But, I'm like, are they watching me or something? I mean, what the hell happened here? Getting old lady flyers. And, yeah. And then yesterday, I think yesterday we were talking about keto and our salt intake.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what my dumbass did?
Ate salt.
I bought salt because I've never had Himalayan pink salt. I saw a recipe, I think last week, that required just a little pinch of it. I was like, oh, I don't have any. So let me buy some. And just yesterday, I'm like, no, I got to watch my salt intake. I got to start because I'm in heart attack range, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm an idiot.
Throw it in the box.
Curious.
I'll use it.
Well, I mean, what do you use it for?
For seasoning, like you would salt. Like it has a little stronger flavor to me.
Is it? I mean, obviously salt, but does it have more minerals or something?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right. So,
but the only problem is most of the time it's not iodized, and you need iodine because that's with our cleaning and all that crap. It's hard to get.
Yeah, it says this salt does not supply iodide.
Nope. So you need iodine.
Okay. Well, I'll figure it out. Anyway, I'll probably try it for a little bit, but it was kind of like one of those sweet, salty kind of meals, I guess. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So Pops.
Hey, Pops.
Hey. So yeah, you're like, hey, we're waiting, and I'm like, I'm trying to get dolled up for the camera, but I gave up. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I give up. I mean, I give up on my hair. I don't even think that I could cut it short because it would be like, yeah. So I don't know. I plan on going au natural. So like, I'm not going to dye my hair or anything. Hopefully one day you're going to see some nice white tresses. I might even
Rich.
Hey, Rich. I might even get myself one of those white wigs just to try it out. Because I don't know. I like the idea of having a head of white hair. Snowy white hair. I know, call me crazy. But
there's a lot of things I want to call you.
And look what I found. I found my D-Tube t-shirt from like years and years ago. That was in my You Wish bag. So apparently I might be well, you said I was losing weight up here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell, but my shirts are telling me.
Oh yeah.
So and those dream pants that I'm afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
I tried them on.
And
I got them over my ass.
Told you.
But I can't. Well, I can button them if I lift my stomach and I do those DoorDash. You remember the DoorDash commercials where you're laying on the bed and you're like jumping up and down and you're scooching them up your legs and stuff like that. And I was just like, I can wear them if I want to breathe. So yeah, I was just like,
well,
yeah,
almost there.
So, but when I did that, it was kind of funny because, again, full length mirrors, I'm getting used to them. I still don't like what I see. It's not body shaming, it's a work in progress, okay? So I don't have to like what I see if I'm working towards a goal. So I'm there and I had those dream pants on and I'm lifting up my belly and stuff and over it and I look like a fucking ice cream cone that was melting.
Can of biscuits.
No, it looked like an ice cream cone to me because at the time I was wearing like this pink shirt and I was just like, oh, isn't that adorable? Take them off. So nope, not until at least I know that I can get them over my ass. I was afraid that they wouldn't go above my knees, which was the last time I tried them on.
There you go.
Progress, right?
Word.
So
I'm not wearing pants. Fuck it.
Awesome. I'm wearing stretchy pants. I don't know where my good pants are. I'm just gonna, and I have to go shopping at Walmart and just pick up a few things. And I'm just like, how much do I care what I look like? I don't know.
You could go to Walmart half naked and it's not going to matter. All them tweakers up there, fucking half dressed.
You're not even lying. There were people, so Pat came home and apparently there were people who were looking for like you remember the crystal Drano?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So looking for crystal Drano so that they could make meth or something because they were whacked out. And he goes, dude, keep an eye on those guys, because they'll grab whatever, shove it down their shirt and run out the door because they couldn't find the crystal Drano. Like,
I have two really fun meth stories. Well, one's a crack story, but the other's a meth story.
Oh, my God. Do you want to share it?
Okay.
Or is that an off-camera thing?
Oh, no, I don't care.
Okay.
The meth story goes like this, okay? So there was this tweaker in Walmart one time, and you know how they used to have the $5 movie bins, the big old ones full of movies? I swear to God, this chick, she was tweaked out so bad, she was sitting there taking those movies and trying to stack them all. And she was like lining them up, and she was making this like perfect pattern. And I'm like, watch this.
Oh, no.
And I'd go behind her and move them and shift them back around. And she never said nothing, never looked up at me. It was constantly on and putting them back. And it was amusing to me because I'm evil, I guess. I don't know. And so I played with her for probably 45 minutes. Maybe I kept her safe off the road. I don't know. Maybe I was babysitting her.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And then the crack story. Back in the day, way back in the day, I was dating a pot dealer.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a drug run that he wanted me to go pick up with two of his henchmen. Ooh. And it was way back in the fucking swamps because it was a very large deal. And I'm waiting, and these two crackheads are smoking their dope or whatever. And they were really, really, really getting on my nerves. And one of them lost the dope. And he was like,
"What?"
Yes. He was like,
"Oh my God.
What happened? What happened to my shit?" And they were kind of going back and forth accusing one another. Okay, by this point, I'm pissed because the guy who's supposed to drop off the 8 pounds has not showed up yet. And so I take my hand like this out of my pocket. I have nothing in it, mind you. And I'm like, "Here, guys, go ahead and get it right now." And I acted like I was handing them something. And then I opened my hand like this. And I was like, fuck. Like I dropped it. Now, this is pea gravel, right?
Oh, no.
I sat on the fucking hood of my car and watched them two clucks pick through and taste rocks for what I swear felt like fucking hours. I'm talking like all through the shit. Like, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
And Pop says, "You need to stop incriminating yourself right now."
Oh, I'm not.
I think there's like a statute of limitations or something like that. Prove it.
Come at me, bro.
Right? We're fiction writers after all.
Oh shit, we need a label.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Where are you? Where are you? Here you go. TV, MA, DLSV, whatever. Thanks, Carl. And uh, yeah. I mean,
Hey, Marvy.
that's freaking hysterical. So Marvy is like, I'm like a stalker watching when you're live. Hello,
Oh,
bom dia. So glad that you could join us from Portugal.
Look at Pop's talking shit over there. Oh no, I have better stories too. Those I keep to myself though.
I don't think I have stories like that. There was one time.
I have a Vegas adult theater story.
There was one time where it was one of my very first experiences with pot, and I was drunk as hell, and we were working on a barge. So it was a floating restaurant, and so it was after hours and stuff like that. And one of the customers, who's a really sweet guy, invites a couple of the staff onto the boat, and I was just like, okay, cool. And it was so weird because we were riding along the Hudson, and it was just a beautiful evening. And I remember climbing up to, I think it's called the Bird's Nest, right? So second story of this boat. And I'm climbing up there, and I'm on the ladder, and the wind's blowing, and I'm feeling, it's just this amazing feeling, right? And I'm standing there, and I see the moon, and everything's just super bright and beautiful, right? And I'm like, wow, like this. And I know my head was turned, right? But my vision was still there. It was like picture, 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 picture. And I was just like, whoa. So I don't know.
Some good pot, Meredith.
I don't know if it was just pot, but yeah. And then after that, I get really paranoid. So I don't smoke it. I don't do it at all. I've tried because I've got so many friends from like when we were stupid teenagers up until adulthood, and they love it, and they do it for various reasons, whether it's medical, whether it is, for recreational. Doesn't matter to me, because they've never, in my experience, these people that I know have never done harm,
right.
And they certainly don't want to go out driving. They're not driving under the influence. They're home smoking and having a good time and whatever, So, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, whenever I've done it, I am paranoid. I'm just like, what's that?
I'm going to get you so high.
It's not fun for me. And I'm like, how do I get it out of my system? I need it out of my system.
Lots of water.
And Pops wants to publicly thank everyone who came out in support of the madness this last week. Y'all fucking rock. You rock too, Pops. Hey, it's end of the month, right? You're doing what madness are we on? 14?
Yeah,
going on the
15th. No, 13th.
13th just passed, right?
Yes, okay, so the 14th.
Awesome. Imagine that. 14 months of doing
awesome.
That. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Some long-term shit, man.
It is. Keep going with it, because if you're shedding light on projects and people who are new to other people, that's how we grow. That's how we grow our networks. That's the thing that I love about advocating and networking, and Nita, you have been having exponential growth even on Twitter, and they keep putting you in Twitter jail because you're growing so quickly, and I don't think that should be. I mean, I understand there are bots, okay? I've worked with bots, and you have to tweak them and everything so that you can automate some stuff. And there are some things that really can and should be automated.
There is no bot on my Twitter account.
But there's no bot on your Twitter account, and you keep getting those violations.
Or my Facebook. Facebook's fucking with me now.
Facebook, that's right. They sent you a notification like
yesterday and one this morning. And this morning I hadn't even posted. I'm like, fuck y'all. So I'm not posting today. I'm sorry, guys. I'll pick it back up. I'm gonna give it a day or two.
So they were it was like a violation or just a warning for spam.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're promoting other people. It's not even like you.
It's not even my own shit.
Right. You're not even advertising
No,
your own stuff. It's just like, hey, here's
no,
some, I don't know. I mean, do you think it's tags or some, are you using tags?
not on Facebook.
Because
I mean, if it transfers over from Instagram, but I barely use that anyway.
yeah, because I'm wondering if it's maybe they've got a flag on things like Indiegogo or
No,
Kickstarter or something like that.
no, they're just out to get me.
I don't, and it is. It just seems like it's let's pick on Nita.
It's okay.
No, it's not. I think it's terrible.
Hmm.
And part of the reason why we don't live stream to Facebook, except on special occasions, we did that yesterday with Josh. We had Josh Pantalaresco with Just Josh podcast over on Twitch, and we were live streaming to Facebook. But even our Ragin group had an issue with that live stream.
Yep.
I don't know what the problem was.
That StreamYard said Facebook's been made aware of it, so it's all on them.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, fuck
But
Facebook.
Facebook's always screwing around with the algorithms and things like that. I mean, I don't really pay attention to the algorithms and stuff. I just kind of do what I do because most of the time I really don't want to be on Facebook anywhere. But that's where all the people are, you
Right.
know.
You bastards need to go to blockchain. Steam
Really?
it.
Steam it, and Hive. Steam it and Hive. Whale Shares is having some growing pains right now. I had a witness server. I need to restart it and stuff because each server helps keep the chain stable and the front end working and all that good stuff. But I do manage another one, and Whale Shares is really cool. You have a lot of the same people who are on Steemit and Hive who are also on Whale Shares, but it's a smaller chain, and we do have some growing pains. But I love the place, and I need to get back to being active because there's one thing that I don't like, and the more I think about it, I'm kicking myself every day for not doing it. Is leaving money on the table.
Right.
Because I have used Steam specifically, to pay bills, to get me over a hump, to when there was more month than money, and been able to convert that and pay bills, like actually pay bills, buy new glasses because I didn't have any extra funds for decent eyes. So I mean, I really need to notch that up a little high, like a lot higher on the priority list. Even DTube. I've got this T-shirt on. I haven't been active on DTube. I know they started on Steemit and then they moved to a different blockchain, and now I believe that they're on a third blockchain. And I have no idea. I have an account. I don't know if I still have access to it. So it's like one of those things where if I don't know
blockchains, it's so easy to fucking get blocked out.
If you cannot lose your keys and you cannot share them with anybody.
I can't keep my fucking car keys. How am I going to keep up freaking 57 fucking digit password?
You know what?
That you can't store to your hard drive.
Let me tell you something, okay? I think now it's getting closer. It's getting closer to 2 years now. And I was hacked. And it was I can't remember the type of hack it was, but it went directly to my email. It wasn't to my accounts. It was to my email.
Wow.
And I think I was probably, if you think you're a small account but you're doing crypto or anything, it doesn't matter, anything. If you think you're a small account and that you're invisible, get that out of your mind right now, because they will target anybody and everyone. So I was targeted. They got into my email, and stupid me had most of my email, because I was thinking I'm a small account. Who cares? Nobody's going to pay attention to me. So a lot of my passwords were the same across the board, and a lot of them hadn't been changed in a decade. And they nearly got everything. They got into my Steemit account and started withdrawing.
Oh shit!
They got into my PayPal. I lost about $1,500 in PayPal at the time.
Oh my god.
Okay. And PayPal, fuck you, PayPal. I hate them, but it's a necessary evil for business. All right.
Yep.
But I can't even tell you how many times I've lost money through PayPal with proper documentation, and they always sided with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It didn't matter how well I kept my records or timestamps. It was always, so screw them. I try not to keep any money on PayPal if I can help it. But they got into my PayPal, they got into my Steemit, they almost got into my bank account, but and anything that I had as far as exchanges and things, like crypto exchanges. Thank God I had two-factor authentication, 2FA, because they weren't able to get into those. And just as quickly as he was trying to change passwords, I was in there changing them and securing them. And I realized that when he got into my email, I had all of my passwords saved.
Uh-oh.
And knowing that password, he was able to view them, copy paste, and save all of my passwords to get into whatever the fuck he wanted to. I went in, it took me a week to go in and literally change everything on every account and secure that shit. And from that point on, I knew it was going to be a pain in the ass, but I'm used to it now. I have a spreadsheet on multiple flash drives and I copy paste that shit. And they are 16 characters long or longer because that is not going to happen to me again. If anything, it'll be my stupid ass who gets myself locked out. But I keep them on
My
flash.
stupid ass does that all the time.
Yeah, but I have 3 flash drives, and I try to update them once every 6 months because it's a pain in the ass. It really is, especially with all the accounts that I have. But
Right.
I put them on a spreadsheet. I put them on a flash drive. They are not on my hard drive. I have one copy that's in my red folder. So in the event of my death, my husband can take the red folder to the people who are named in there, and he can say, "Can you help me?" So that he has access to these accounts because the man can't even check his own email without my help. So there's that. I have one that is my daily, so that I can get into my stuff, but I never, ever, ever save them on Google. And I recommend that you all do that. Secure your stuff seriously, because it's if you've ever been through what's the word I'm looking for? If you've ever been through oh my god, identity theft,
Right.
um, or somebody hacking into, or any kind of scam, it feels like shit.
Yeah, we've had somebody get our credit card number before.
Yeah.
And we know who did it. It was a fucking Wendy's drive-through.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, the girl took unusually long to give us our card back, and it automatically sent up a flag. But I didn't think about the whole rubbing it over a piece of paper, or rubbing a piece of paper over the credit card.
Mm-hmm.
And so all she needed to do was write down the fucking number on the back, and that was it. Yeah, and then we had like several multiple $100 charges, but our bank is cool because we ended up not being billed for it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it sucked.
Yeah. And it does. It sucks really, really bad. I mean, up until maybe about 2 years ago, Pat was dealing with identity theft on a vehicle that he never owned in a state that he was never in.
Mm,
You know,
stupid.
and then getting these stupid, things that look like it's from a lawyer's office, but it's not,
Right,
because you look up the address and they don't exist.
right.
Any way to get your money. So I mean, really,
Yep.
secure your stuff. If you have the ability to do it, do 2FA, um, authenticate it, do a second sign in if you need to. And it's really terrible. So very important to secure your stuff. I've been through it, and it's not fun, especially when you're chasing down somebody who's just as quick as you are on a keyboard. Marv says, my identity was stolen twice. I never had nothing related to money online besides virtual credit cards to buy comics. I buy only once each time I do it. One comic book, one credit card. No problems. And it's sad that you have to do that.
I wish somebody would hack my shit. They'll regret it. They'll be like,
Right?
in the fuck?
Be
like,
oh, no,
shit.
take this shit back.
Gonna hack the fucking serial killer.
But yeah, I mean, so we had I didn't think we were going to go that direction today, but I think it's an important message.
Do we ever have a direction?
No, not really. We kind of go by the seat of our pants.
Right.
Yeah. I have nothing else today, you guys. I've got to get offline, and I've got to go pick up my husband. Yep, it is time to go get him. And let's see. I don't think we have anything lined up tonight as far as
Sup, Joe?
Things. You know what? I do have something through Geek Insider on Friday, and that is with Matt Rosenblatt, and he does short films. He's a writer-director of short films, and if you guys go over to the Geek Insider YouTube channel, you're going to see that there in scheduled live streams, and check out the description. He's got a link to his Vimeo account where you can watch a bunch of his film shorts. He's been winning some awards for it. It's really cool if you're into horror. I am. Love it. And so I'm looking forward to sitting down with him and talking to him. Next week, Nita, we have... Is it next
Friday the 7th?
Yeah.
We have Christy Shin, creator of Demon Bitch, and she's going to do a challenge with us.
There will be drool.
Raunchy, drippy, wet slobber from the mouths of 3 bitches. What up?
I really don't feel good about that one. So I hope that Christy Shin will represent for the Asian team against Cajun, who admittedly says that she's got a big mouth.
Everybody knows I have a big mouth.
And Jody says, only Nita says meh on show description. Hi all. And that's it for now, you guys. Stay productive, stay safe, be kind to one another. And Nita, final words. Anything else happening? What's going on?
Bye.
Yeah. No more shout outs? Are we done with shout outs?
For today.
All right. You guys take care. Make sure that you head over to our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe
button.
Share. Yes.
There's my shout out. Fuck you, Facebook. Fuck you, PayPal. And YouTube can suck my dick. All right.
And thieves. And you
fuck
guys.
You identity thieving motherfuckers.
Yeah. We don't like you. Period. Bye.